Alright, it wasn't. I definitely made that mistake a couple of times. Uh, welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Epic. First things first, I'm just going to be showing off the preview for today. Good card this time. And the last two cards that were spoiled were one cost cards. This one's a free card. And it's a free event. It's Overcome. So when you play Overcome, all of your champions that are either being blocked or that are blocking another champion get +5 offense and +5 defense this turn. So think of it like a Howl or like a Rage without the breakthrough or a Fury of Lashnok, one of those big buffs, except that it applies to all of your champions. So you could block a really big thing with a couple of human tokens and then play this to make all of your human tokens really big. And also, I think unlike most good cards, it also buffs their defense. So usually good cards just buff offense, but good cares about when champions are blocking a lot more than other factions. So uh, it sometimes does something different. How's it going, Cash? Like with Justice Prevails or Arm, sometimes good cards will also give it defense. Yeah, I'll leave that up there for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to hop into an Epic game. Let's see what I have. And because it is Friday, that means that the arena's changed. So this time it's Dark Draft. I'll probably start with the arena, and then we'll see. We'll just go from there. Maybe I'll make a new deck today. Since last time I was just playing with that bounce deck. Could be good to do something a little different. Anyway, let's swap over. Let's play some games. Okay. I guess what I'll do here is keep with something fairly. Well, we'll just play some arena. All right. Oh yeah, very much. I mean, at some point, ooh, up against Josiah. All right. You know, my heart really wants to take the Gudgeon. It's definitely my favorite card out of this pack. I think none of these cards would be terrible in most decks. Veldin is usually quite strong. I usually end up with other Sage cards, so I can usually just play this and use the loyalty a bit. And Anguish Demon is also probably going to be pretty good if you can just find a time to play it where it gets rid of something. So I think I'm going to go with the Veldin here. I just really like Veldin. I think the Gudgeon's also quite strong. Transform and Silver Dragon are both cards that are fine, but they're not cards that I would really want to take early. They're more like, oh, I really don't have any airport champions, or I have no establishing plays, so I'll take a Silver Dragon. Or I don't have any removal or draw to, so I'll take a Transform. Alright, we picked up the Veldin here. I think the play is just going to be Time Thief and Angelic Protector. Dark Offering is also reasonable because it's a draw to. But I like Ambush Champions, and I think we could make this more of a tempo deck, just with the picks that we have so far. Yeah, so I think the obvious picks here would be Plague or Guild Demon. They're both good. I'm probably going to go with the Guild Demon just because I always worry that I'm not going to have any type of discard pile banishment. And I think Guild Demon goes better with our tempo game plan than Plague does. But we'll have to keep in mind we haven't had any card draw yet, so we're definitely going to want to pick that up. I think I'm going to go with the Hunting Pack and the Sequester here. I could take the Dragonling, but I also have no draw twos yet at all. Dragonling is also pretty good for tempo purposes. Take this Quester. Don't want to play. Don't want to be stuck with no card draw. Can we swing Raging T-Rex? It's pretty early. We have one wild card. I think we can. Let's go for it. I mean, Angel of the Gate's also pretty good, but we already have a lot of ambush plays, so we have Time Thief, Angelic Protector, and Hunting Pack, so I don't feel the need to have it in the deck. Alright, so we'll pick up a board clear here. And we'll grab Imperial Commander just because I think it's the best of the three. Pharaoh Trickster would be okay, but also this is nice because it'll be our first real establishing play, aside from Raging T-Rex. Just a card you can play on an empty board and feel pretty good about it. Alright, this pack's more interesting. I think Go Wild and Juggernaut are both great picks. We're going to go with the Go Wilds here and just try and build up our Wilds. So we can get this T-Rex rolling. We also don't have any wilds. We don't have any recycle, is what I meant to say. So Go Wild should always be pretty good. Alright, this is an interesting pack as well. Getting a lot of interesting picks. Pyromancer is pretty good just for the Wilds card, but I think I'm going to go with the 2 zeros here just to fill out our zeros. We have Guilt Demon and Go Wilds. And I think Rescue Griffin and Arcane Research are both going to be excellent in any situation. Whereas Pyromancer is a bit more situational. And we're not going to have the good support to go Noble Unicorn for value here. And another interesting pick. I think it's definitely a Flashfire or Ancient Chant. I think actually it's Ancient Chant. Just because I don't have very much in the way of card draw. So I think I'll be recalling Ancient Chant most of the time that I play it. So I'm going to take it for that reason. It's probably going to be Apocalypse and Mighty Blow here. Again, just for more card draw and to get the Wilds card in. I think Sky Serpent's pretty good. We have, what, one Punisher right now, so we could also take the Sky Serpent. But we're only 15 cards in, right? Or 13 cards in, so we still have another half the draft to go. We'll see other Punishers. Alright, I think this is an easy fumble. This is an easy fumble. Just good in every situation, right? We can recycle with it or we can draw two, and we're lacking recycles and draw twos. Plus, it's a zero cost card, we don't have too many of those. It doesn't require any card synergy. It's very good in tempo decks. Give me you, Helion. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I guess you can see right here. We have 6 Sage cards. I think Sea Titan is definitely a pick here. The thing is, if we take the Helion, I think we have enough support for it already, just with 8. We're getting pretty greedy. We only have 4 wilds for our Raging T-Rex, which might not ever take off. Take the Dracus Fire instead. Go with the Helion. I don't like taking cards that are not very exciting, even if I need the color support. If there are other exciting options. So here, I think it's the Deathbringer. Again, I could take Sea Hydra, for example, but I think Deathbringer will just be more useful most of the time. Oh, perfect. We need the green. We're going to take both of these cards. Force Mage Apprentice is also pretty good, but we need the green. I'm going to be playing this T-Rex. Man, I do want to take that Force Mage Apprentice, but I'm not going to. I think Hurricane will also be good in this deck. Alright, another good pack. Dracus Enforcer, Canopy Ranger, and Vanishing are all reasonable options. I think it's Dracus Enforcer, again, just to build up that Wilds. And it's very good if you can get the Loyalty too. Canopy Ranger is also reasonable. But I think if I had Loyalty too, I'd usually take the Dracus Enforcer, so we'll just heavy commit to this Wild and Sage plan. Alright, we'll pick up this Disappearing Act and this Lurking Giant for that exact reason. They're both reasonable picks. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the draft. It's 24, so that means we're going to go through another 2 packs here. So this is the first one. Honestly, it's probably a race. 9 Sage and 8 Wilds. I'm going to go with the erase. Again, all great picks here. Hard to go wrong. Blue Dragon and the Endbringer Ritualist. This will be mostly there as a board wipe, but it also helps us give us another Punisher, which we only have one of right now. And the Blue Dragon is just value. It'll help us get rid of small champions. We don't have very many ways to get rid of small champions. I could take the Lord of the Arena over the Endbringer Ritualist if I think I'm going to be playing it for the Blitz mode most of the time. Oh, too late. I'm not sure. Another tough pick. I think I am going to take the Drain Essence here over the Flame Strike, just because I'd rather have the... I think they play so unfavorably against each other. I'd rather have the Drain Essence in my deck. I know my opponent's going to take the Flame Strike the other way around. Even though I do need that wild card. I only have 8 right now. And again, how many good ones? We have 2 good ones, so Bodyguard's pretty lame, and so is High King. So we'll just take both of these, and that'll be our deck. So we're going to have 9 green cards. T-Rex is going to be difficult to swing. We might have to hold on to green cards more aggressively than usual. I think this entire hand gets mulliganed except for a draw 2. So out of all of these cards, I think Fumble is the best card to keep, just so we have a way to spend our gold if we don't find a real play. So I'll mulligan 4 and keep the Fumble. We're going to be going first here, so we're looking for an on-turn play, like Blue Dragon. Yeah, like this hand, we kind of just have to pass. I could play Arcane Research and just draw 1 more card, but I don't really think it's worth it. We don't have that many card draws that would help us out here, so I'm just going to play it slow. Alright, Garbage Golem, revealing an Anguish Demon. I'm going to make 3 zombies and draw a card, I think. I guess we'll just draw 2. Alright, we're getting close on that Raging T-Rex. We just need 1 more wild card. I might just draw 1 right now, which would be nice. Cave Troll. Alright. There we go. Very nice. Oh, that's just beautiful. We can discard the Smash and Burn to maximum hand size. Next turn we can play the Hurricane. And then we can Guild Demon away the Cave Troll. Oh man, this hand's amazing. It's all coming together. Get that bonus effect in the discard pile without even having to play it. You can deal 6 damage to a champion the next time we play wild card. Cost of gold. Now, Josiah does know about my Hurricane, so probably what'll happen is an attack will come in with the Cave Troll. That'd be my play. Just to kind of force me to use it. Now, I'm actually not going to Guild Demon this just because I know Flash Fire is in his deck almost 100%. So I'm just going to pass here. Without, I don't want to have my Guild Demon get killed by a Flash Fire. Alright, Kong happens. That does get the Cave Troll back. Cave Troll is going to get replayed. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and just use this Deathbringer right now. I mean, I guess Endbringer Ritualist is reasonable here. We can play it, eat the Cave Troll with the Guild Demon, and then pass. Or option 2 is Deathbringer the Kong, and then pass. And we take 5. And bring a Ritualist. Just in case there's an ambush airborne, I'm thinking Angel of the Gate's probably in Josiah's deck. So we're going to play around Angel of the Gate. Now, this might get removed right now, so I won't get to banish another card, but I definitely don't want to attack into a gold up and just have it be removed that way. Yep, just like that. That's exactly why I did not want to attack with it. So we're just going to pass. This will probably get killed by Anguish Demon. So we're just going to take the 9 here. Force the Anguish Demon to be played. Then we'll block it with one of our Wake the Dead tokens. Don't think we have any crazy plays to make. They're just gonna pass. All right, we're gonna start our turn then. Now that both of our golds are up, we can start attacking. We're gonna get rid of this Kong in case there's a final task later. We did see that in the draft pool. Now let's just get rid of that once and for all here. Now, Josiah probably has Flame Strike in the deck, possibly also Forked Lightning, and possibly also, I guess Draco's Fire was one of our 2 picks. So we do have to worry about being burned out. I'd say 8 is probably the point where we're dead. We just have to keep that in mind. Vanishing to draw 2. Alright. What have you got for me, Josiah? Probably that Anguish Demon. Is it time? We still have this Smash and Burn, which can be activated by playing a wild card, but we just haven't gotten one aside from that Hurricane, so it's just gonna sit there. Anguish Demon, here it is. There's Flash Fire. Alright, we're just gonna use this Wake the Dead and block with a single token, I think. 7 health. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we could draw that would be really good here. I think it would just be the Go Wilds or Drain Essence or Hunting Pack. So 3 cards. I think I'm gonna go for it then. We're gonna Arcane Research just everything except for the Smash and Burn. Go ahead and grab that Drain Essence, and we'll go ahead and Drain Essence that right now. We can just start with this Imperial Commander here. This is why we want Imperial Commander in the deck. It's good for situations like this. It's an empty board. You think of it like Sea Hydra. I think that Guild Demon is our only discard pile banishment, so that's something to keep in mind. I'll just double check that. Oh wait, Sequester also banishes. Sweet! I just took this to the draw too, but we can also banish a discard pile of Sequester. Alright, they're going to gain 5 here. We're going to have to take 7, unfortunately. It's pretty weak to try and block this with Draco's Enforcer, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to take the 7. But our opponent basically does have to deal with this Imperial Commander because they can't take 10 on the swing. But they can do anything. They can just play something that blocks. So we're just going to go down to 17 here. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and start swinging. Mobilize for 3 humans. Seems good here. I'm going to be greedy and Blue Dragon to get rid of a human token. It's pretty greedy. I could also see Titan away the Angel. And then I kind of have to use the Rescue Griffin to trump this. I don't have to, but I'm going to go for the greedy play here. I think I'm a little bit behind. This is greedy because on my opponent's turn, when they attack with this Angel of the Gate, I'll play Rescue Griffin. Then I'll go to my the opponent. Josiah will get the chance to remove one of my champions. Then I'll block with both. Then Josiah will get the chance to remove one of my champions again. Alright, yeah, so this is getting returned to my hand then, I think. See what happens with this Time Bender here. Yep, it is. We're just spending a Rescue Griffin here to block this attack. Then it'll probably be my turn, and I can just gets +3 attack from the Vampiro. I didn't even think about that. It's actually pretty funny. Vampiro Commander value. We also just are going to play this as 0, gain 7 health. Mostly. Oh, and a Feeding Frenzy, I'm guessing? Maybe a Forked Lightning. Yep, Feeding Frenzy. Sure what's going on there. Alright. Well, we're not going to try and push our luck here. I could play this Draka, but it's pretty bad trade again. I'm just going to take the 7. Definitely die. It's like a Faithful Pegasus plus Flame Strike. That would be the main way I think I would die. I'm taking 1. I think I would die if I take that. Play Draka's Enforcer. He gets Flame Struck. I take 4, I go down to 5. Then I clear the board. Or I Hunting Packet, and then I get Flame Struck. I'm down to 1. I still have to clear the board anyway. We're gonna go with the Draka's Enforcer. Completely forgot about this. Deal 6. Well, we're gonna be greedy again. When you're behind, usually you have to play very greedily. That's not always true. I should say when you're very behind, the farther behind you are, the more greedy you have to play. Just assume that things will go in your favor. Because sometimes they do. Sometimes your opponent just doesn't have any removal. You just get to do stuff like this. Of course, now I'm probably going to get hit by a Blitz Champion and die, but if it's possible that doesn't happen. This is fine. I take 1. Anything I'm dead to right now is Flame Strike, so Flame Strike would kill me. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Yep. Good game, Josiah. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and start another run here. And I'll just go ahead and requeue. See if we find another opponent. The music sounds like I'm getting ready for something, you know? Like preparing. Sharpening my weapons. The kind of thing. Yeah, someone's sneaking. Maybe I'm sneaking up behind someone else. No. And now all the events are over. Now we're just going on a hike or something. Like not just this isn't any ordinary hike. This is like a mountainous climb up Mount Everest or something. There's be like a montage happening right now. Yeah, slow motion. All right, let's go ahead and make a new deck here. We'll lose some quick plays. All right, let's see what we're doing. We're playing around with. Hiking? Sure, yeah, we can do hiking. I think you really only want to play it when you're playing with banishment as like a theme. Problem with hiking, right? Big problem with hiking is that it has 1 health. It's a big deal. It means that it dies to a gust of wind. So if your opponent has any kind of removal for 0 cost champions, hiking's going to be in trouble. What we're going to do, we're going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to make a deck around hiking. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it has 1 health by playing multiple targets for these effects. We're also going to be playing banishment effects. So right now we're just going to say banish. Alright, so for example, we could play things like Divine Judgment here. What we're going to do, now there's not very many unbanishable champions. I think there's 3. I guess there's a couple more. There's High King, Gladius here, the People's Champion, there's a Noble Martyr, and Thundaris. So what we're going to do is probably, we might play the People's Champion. I don't know if we want to make this a token themed deck. I think we want it to be good heavy. We can play Noble Martyr. Most of the time we'll discard this, but sometimes we'll play it. And maybe 1 copy of Thundaris. Just against decks that like have a hard time dealing with it, it'll be quite good. I'm not going to be leaning towards the token theme though. It'll be more of a supplemental thing. So I think what we'll do is play some banish all effects. So for now, what we'll do is we'll play Martial Law. Just because we like that off-turn effect. Banish all champions if it's the opponent's turn. They get 4 human tokens. We could honestly try making a Thundaris deck. Haven't done that in a while. We'll see how this deck turns out before I put Thundaris in. Also got Subjugate here. Banish all champions with 7 defense or more. Even though that doesn't really take advantage of the unbanishable part because our champions are already small. You could play Lay Claim, which is to return banish all champions, or you can play it as an off-turn, make 4 humans, draw a card. Could be like an incidental humans theme, like what we did earlier. I definitely like the martial laws. And there's also Inherent to Meek, which banishes all non-tokens. I don't usually like playing that unless I feel like I have a lot of tokens. Maybe we will have some tokens in this deck, so we'll go ahead and put some Inherent to Meeks in for now. Those will be our banish alls. And then we're going to play... We could make this like a good champions deck. Good champions matter. Angel of Mercy. Breath of Life. Pick up the Thundaris to 3. Noble Unicorn will be big in this deck. I wonder if I can... Not sure if Ally will work. Alright, yeah, that does work. We'll look for good ally abilities here. These all have the good, they all have a good symbol on them. People's Champion could be okay. I think Priest of Evangeline will be good. I think Bodyguard will be good at least as a one-of. So right now we have 24 one-cost good cards. That might just be enough, honestly. We're gonna come back to that. What we'll do is we'll just splash some other colors here. We're gonna have a lot of champions. Maybe we'll do something like, we're gonna play Angel of Mercy. I think Gudgeon will be good to give ourselves untargetable so our discard pile can't be banished. We can make this a lot like, we can make this like a Royal Escort deck here. Let's go ahead and cut one Thundaris probably. Or maybe we'll run a one-of. Maybe one Marcus. Alright. We could also play Palace Guards. Maybe we'll do that instead of putting in the one Marcus. Run some Palace Guards here. You know, we have foils actually. There we go. I have 3 foil Palace Guards. I have to use them. Okay, so we're good there. Now we're gonna splash some cards. Like no just inherent draw. That's gonna be a problem. So I think what we'll do is we'll play Thought Plucker and I don't want to play Thought Plucker, Misguided Herald, and Ancient Chant. That might be doable. Even though we don't have surprise attacks, we do have a lot of ambush champions, so I think we'll be okay. And then we just want one more Sage card. I don't have Avenging Angel in this deck. Boolean operators? Not sure. I know what you're saying. Like this? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. There might be a way to do it that I don't know. I'm pretty sure there is not. No Booleans. Alright, we're putting in one more Sage card. It might just be erratic research, so we have a way to banish stuff. Or like erase. One major problem with this deck is that we don't have any non-banishment removal. I think this deck will want erase, so we'll just run one erase here. And then for our Sage Zeros, let's run some Amnesias, so just so we have discard pile banishment, and then we have 2 others to play. So we just run like maybe Citadel Scholar. Be good. We'll get pretty big, I think. Could also run Spike Trap or Vanishing or Disappearing Act are all also reasonable. Try Citadel Scholars for now. Don't have much in Super Cycles. Let's go ahead and look at some good free cards here. So I think White Dragon is going to be amazing in this deck. So we're going to go ahead and play White Dragon. You play a 1-cost good card this turn, draw recycle. So we have a lot of those. And then, it's really possible I should be playing Frantic Digging in this deck, but we'll keep it as it is for now. Keep going back and make changes can take a while. Even though I've done that plenty of times. Maybe Faithful Pegasus. We have a lot of humans. A lot of humans. And then we need 5 more, huh? Just play more recycles. Could play Watchful Gargoyle Second Wind. You could play Brand or Brave Squire. Brave Squire is usually good to me, but I think our deck will want recycles. I'm gonna play Second Wind. Use more health gain. I think we'll just go with the 2 Watchful Gargoyles. Like, it's hard to go wrong there. Okay. This looks good. Let's give it a shot. We're gonna call this I'm ready. Okay. Got a deck. Jump into quick play. Crusaders. Crusaders is also good. I'll accept that. Still change it. Crusade. He's ready to go on a crusade. So you don't have People's Champion. You're gonna have to put that in just for the crusade. All right. Oops. All right. I'm not so sure about these Royal Escorts. I mean, not the Royal Escorts. We didn't actually end up putting any Gudgeons in, huh? It might be a mistake. It might be right to cut the Noble Martyr. Well, they're good punishers. We'll just play it and see what we want to cut after playing it. I think this deck could use something in the way of Gudgeons though, just because I think card draw will be an issue, and I think that giving ourselves untargetable is really strong with Royal Escort and with Angel of Mercy. Both those cards we're already playing in our deck. And we can just give this deck a run, see how it plays. Go with the classic here, burn. Yeah. And right now I'm looking for a quick match, so anything. We're going first. Hit the White Dragon. We kind of have not a great hand for going first. This is all great if you're going second. Maybe we'll hold on to the Noble Unicorn. Or the Thought Plucker in case we just pass. Sky Herald's good. Thundarus. Alright, we got big stuff. Now we just have to not die, and we should be good against Burn. I mean, what are they going to do against Thundarus? Can't even attack, even if they have loyalty. Yeah. No problem for us. We're going to play this. They can attack if they want, but they won't be able to get through. Who knows what? Fires the Rebellion, so that's going to get played right now. Got my Thought Plucker. I could play this Royal Escort first. Give our Thought Plucker untargetable. And they can take down the Royal Escort, but that's like their whole gold. And then the card they draw gets discarded from the Thought Plucker. That's why Thought Plucker is good in this deck, I think. It's because they're already running Royal Escort. And I might just leave us on defense. So I get in for 10, and then they can just come back for 9. Doesn't seem great. We spent our gold on a good card, so we can play this as well. Look at that boost from Thundarus. Looking good so far. We only have one. Yeah, good. We're running 3. That's what I like to see. Not afraid. Thunderous is here. Yeah, you could do 4 to Thunderous now and attack with Draka, and it would be enough to kill it after the 3 damage. That makes more sense though. What? I guess it activated Hunter Raptors twice somehow. Alright, we're gonna play an arena. Although I think this game is actually, we would Breath of Life here and get back our Thunderous, so overall I think that game's going well. Against Drew Wise. He's going. Grab that fumble here. Overall, early on, I generally prefer to take cards that don't lean me heavily in a direction, so I can just pivot. Like right now, I can just say, oh yeah, I want to go evil, and just pick up both of these. And my first card goes well with whatever. So I find that the 2-pick packs are often where you decide your colors. Just because it's common for you to pick up 2 cards that share color that are both strong in color. I can just take the Street Swindler here, even though Arcane Razor is quite good. Just to build my Evil Loyalty. I think they're both pretty strong. But I'm going to build up my Evil Loyalty by taking the Street Swindler. Did I make this a Time Walker? I do love Time Walker, to be honest. Even though I don't have that many good cards yet. Let's make this a Time Walker deck. I have a soft spot for that card. It's pretty rough to run in Dark Draft, but we're going to do it. If it's a Time Walker, normally I would take the Flash Fire, but if this is a Time Walker deck, then I want the Little Devil. I really shouldn't be building around a card like this, but I'm going to. Go ahead and pick up Angel of Death and Wing Warrior Golem. We're just making sure we have Evil and Sage Loyalty. We're going to make an Evil Sage deck, it looks like. Alright, this is a Polar Shock. Resurrection would also be reasonable here, but I like having some burn. I think Polar Shock's pretty solid for what we want. Smash and burn. I'm not really feeling any of these other card options, so I guess it'll be Vampire Lord. I think even without the loyalty, I think Vampire Lord's the card I'm the most excited of these 3, just because it's an ambush champion. So if there's a board wipe, it gives me something to play. And right now we just have the Medusa as an ambush champion, which is really more of a reactive card. You wouldn't want to play that on an empty board. Alright, so this pack, tough choice here. I think it's the Ogre Mercenary over the Raxus Curse. Just so that we can have some recycle and try and get that Time Walker online. They're both very strong though. Let's go ahead and pick up this Faithful Pegasus for another recycle. And the Rescue Griffin. Some zeros in there. Well, we can't run this Raging Strike, so we're just going to go for a Muse here. Hopefully all those ways that we pass to remove it, like that Flash Fire, that Raxus Curse, don't come back to bite us. Got this Javelin Thrower and this Devour. I think Howl is also reasonable here. Do another tough pick here. Do I pass a third way to remove Muse with Wolf's Bite? Thought Plucker or Brave Squire, those are all great cards. I think I'm going to take the Thought Plucker. Just to build my, again, I'm really committing to this good and good evil plan. I mean, not good evil plan, Sage evil plan. Just what I'm feeling right now. Reusable Knowledge is quite good when you have a lot of 0-cost cards because you can play the 0 that you got back right away. We need more card draw. We're going to take this Absolve here, even though the Corpsemonger is reasonable in our deck. Dark Knight and Ceasefire, that's pretty easy. Card draw, and then another evil 0-cost champion. That's aggressive. I think it's the Keeper of Secrets here. We only have 3 1-cost Sage cards though. Still, we need some Discard Pile Banishment. We need to have at least one card that just does that. Oh, there's Amnesia. We'll pick up the Citadel Scar as well as another 0-cost Recycle. I'm flicking through this pretty fast, but I'll take a longer look right now. Or not. Grab that Corpse Taker for the combo with the Time Walker. You play the Corpse Taker, you get back your Time Walker. You play the Time Walker, you get back your Corpse Taker. Oh. Oh man. Now, all we need is to get a Necromancer Lord and it's 4. Alright, I'll take the Murderous Necromancer. That's pretty close. Pick up 2 more loyalties in color. That's amazing. And then our deck's done. Overall, I'm pretty excited about this deck. It's pretty Sage, evil. We picked up some pretty polarizing cards, like we have the Angel of Death, Succubus, Medusa, Necromancer Lord, Murderous Necromancer, and Evil. Oh yeah, inherent danger of time travel. Sometimes you just get stuck, you know? What's going first? I like Medusa a lot here. I don't think we need the Vampire Lord. So we'll keep the Ambush Champion and the Draw 2. And then I think we'll just keep the rest since we have removal already. I think usually I like 0-cost champions. Corpse Taker's a little odd. I wouldn't normally keep it first, but I think it just works with our deck a lot. I just really want to do that loop, to be honest. There's not really a good reason for me to hold on to this Corpse Taker. Alright, this is where Medusa comes in. Let's go ahead and not show the Corpse Taker. That makes our loyalty to reveal easy. Hands are really coming together. We can devour something that our opponent plays to block, to gain 5 health, if we want. Or we can just pass after this swing. We're going to draw 2, huh? We're also going to draw 2 then. Spore Beast. Alright, since our opponent played something, we're going to Thrasher Demon. Get that in just to start growing it. Now it's not very good for our opponent to board wipe. They'd get rid of their own Spore Beast, so I'm just going to start growing this Thrasher Demon. Then we'll go ahead and draw 2 with the Devour. Possibly Polar Shock next turn. Praxis Curse. Still doing the same thing here. We're not going to play the Dark Knight because we want loyalty for the Succubus. Oh, you know what? I should have kept the Devour for the Burrowing Worm. I might lose to this Burrowing Worm now. I don't know if I have other ways to get rid of it. I have Angel of Death, Murderous Necromancer, and Helion as my outs. So I have 3 and Time Walker. 2 of those just stall, so I have 2 hard answers to it. We're going to take some damage here. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and start our turn. Go ahead and just use that Spore Beast and then we'll come up with Succubus here. Or I'll play the Succubus and give it loyalty and then pass. So now I can attack with it still, but if Drew Eyes spends their gold first, they can't play like Lying in Wait or an Airborne champion that's bigger and also kill my thing for free. Alright, so yeah, we're still going to attack here. This way we just get to check to make sure that play wasn't going to take down the Succubus for free. Alright. Sweet. Pass that turn now. I'm probably going to fumble the Greathorn Lizard here if we have the recycle for it. Which we do. Just going to go ahead and fumble that. Another option would be Dark Knight Smash and Burn, which we can still kill the Dark Knight. So yeah, I'm just going to fumble it. We're going to go ahead and do this first, just in case I recycle into something that changes how I want to block. I did not. So an example would be if I drew Rescue Griffin, I would consider a Rescue Griffin, block, and then smash and burn the Rescue, then smash and burn the Rescue Griffin. I mean, I probably wouldn't still, just because this Spore Beast is still out, but it would be an option. It could happen. Fumble is really nice because there's a Draka coming in hot. Wish I had that Devour now. We are going to be taking 9 here. I will be Polar Shocking. 12 plus 6. Probably the 4/4. I'm going to use the Force Mage Apprentice on the Spore Beasts. Get in for 12. That'll bring our opponent down to 6. Then we can just try and kill them with like Dark Knight, Smash and Burn. Worm Hatchling, I like that play on their part. Just a safety net. Not a bad choice. Go ahead and get rid of what other options do I have? Could also just try and smash and burn on the Succubus to block the Draka here when it attacks. In which case I would just not attack with Medusa either. Like I could play Murderous Necromancer and then pass. That's not a bad option. Yeah, I think we're waiting. I think that Worm Hatching changes our plans here. This is also nice because it shuts off the Burrowing Worm line. It's going to go on defense here. Forces our opponent to act because they can't just leave me a Murderous Necromancer. But it's not going to be that hard to take down, right? Like they could just get rid of it for 0. Or like with a Pyromancer if they can just attack with this Draka first. I'm not sure if Drew Eyes is the one. It's possible. Who's playing that Burrowing Worm deck. But I know what you're talking about. I have a friend of mine who always likes to play a Rampaging Worm. That's his... I don't know if it's his favorite card, but he plays it much more often than a lot of people do. So we are going to lose this Succubus here, but that's fine. We're going to be spending our gold first as well, which is a big deal, in my opinion. So now if they want to, they can remove this blocker. But either they both die or neither of them die, so it works out either way. I don't think they have another wild card, because otherwise they probably would have played the Worm Hatching before the Draka. That tells me that they need the Worm Hatching for loyalty too. But it's possible that they didn't. Interesting block here. Let me attack. I just toss this Medusa in the way. It blocks 8 of the damage. So then I take 5. If I put the Rescue Griffin as well, then I take 7 less, so I take no damage. 9 takes down the 7/8. Let's do that. I'm not actually sure which one I take down. I like this play because what they're going to do is remove one of my blockers. Either way, I'm fine with it. I'm just using these as damage soakers. So if I get rid of the Medusa, I take 6 and go down to 10. But they're not in a great spot. Ooh, am I dead? Or maybe. I think I'm dead. It's 13. I'm not dead yet, but we'll see. Not looking great for me. But you do have the opportunity to win here. I can use Helion to gain control of the Burrowing Worm and attack for 18. That's death. Good game. Well, the big breakthrough worm did not matter there, but we are just short. It was an excellent game, though. Alright, and we got a Divine Judgment. We can put that in our deck right now. But I'm not going to play with this deck yet. That'll be the end of the stream for today. Just go ahead and take this up one. Oh, we don't have Divine Judgment in here yet? Oh no. I'm gonna have to make some changes just to fit Divine Judgment in somewhere, just for the foil. I do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think you're right. Let's go ahead and swap that one out real quick. I'm making some big mistakes with this deck, like not including foil High King. Yeah, we'll just do this. Alright, and there's a foil White Dragon I didn't include. And a foil Watcher Gargoyle. Alright. Crisis averted. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the stream for today, but I'll be back on Monday